Well, I'm on the road again in Southern California, climbing up into the high desert. I am on a mission to save another square. I'm heading up to pick up, I think it's an 86 one-ton diesel pickup truck. And the reason I love these things so much is they come with everything you need. A diesel is going to be smog-free, meaning that you never need to smog it. You're going to have a one-ton frame, which is really, really strong. And then it's coming with a Dana 60 and a 14 bolt in the rear, or some variety of that. So these are the kind of trucks that I search for. If you're looking for a build, if you're looking for a project, starting off with a diesel one-ton pickup truck is probably the best decision you can make. Man, is it hot. It's insane hot. But yeah, check it. There it is. That is an 87 cabin chassis diesel 1-ton. And it is in amazingly good shape. So when I bought my Suburban, I bought it from a dude named Travis. Shout out to Travis Sylvester. And he bought it from a dude named Mike. Mike lives up here in these hills and has a lot of square bodies. So he bought the Suburban from a dude in Palm Springs, called Travis, said, hey, I got an amazing Suburban. I know you've been looking for one. And so Travis picked it up to build it. Travis got busy with other projects, saw that I was looking for one, emailed me and was just like, hey, I got a beautiful burb for you. So I came down here, picked it up from Travis, and then came over to Mike's place to just grab a few extra parts and check it out and show him where the Suburban was going, or who the Suburban was going to. This is the first time I've been back, and it's kind of full circle. So Mike discovered this truck. Travis hooked me up with it. I built it, and now I'm here with it, picking up another one. Like the circle of life for square bodies, which is just makes me smile. So anyway, let's get this thing loaded up and get out of here because I am dying. Whew. So no sooner had I pulled the truck into the parking lot than my fearless friend El Duker, where is he? I thought he was crawling around under some of the trucks down here, but he must be back there. So basically, as soon as he saw the truck, he was like, I want that. So I already sold it. But instead of me going on about why it's so cool and why this is a diamond in the rough, I figured I'd have him tell you, because he's the one who happens to be very, very excited. What are you doing?
Starting my new truck.
This is awesome. You think, oh, it's gonna fire, dude. Full tank of gas?
Full tank of gas.
Here, crack that star right there, John. Let's see if it has anything in. Nope. Okay. So, tell the people why you are so excited about this truck, dude. Because they get tired of hearing me preaching the gospel.
It's got a Maserati motor.
Maserati motor?
Mm-hmm.
It's a dirty Maserati motor.
No, this is a truck I've wanted for a long time.
Tell me about it. What is it?
6.2 Detroit diesel.
Okay, everyone talks trash about these. That they're boat anchors, that they don't belong in trucks, they're an embarrassment. I mean, those things are somewhat true.
No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, you're not going to be winning any land speed records with them, but if they're tuned right, they run real good.
And they work.
Yeah, they work forever, as long as you don't put vegetable oil and Crisco and fast food and whatever else. What's his name did?
Jeff put in his truck.
But yeah, these things run great. The 6.5 is actually probably a better motor than the 6.2.
Is the 6.5 turboed?
Yes. And I'm pretty sure this is a 6.2, although I can't find any tags on it just quite yet, but I haven't ran the van either.
Okay.
So, but the combination of this truck is it's a 1-ton K30
So that means taller, thicker frame rails.
Taller, thicker frame rails, stronger frame rails, and then it's got the Dana 60 8-lug.
That's the front axle.
That's the front axle. And
that's a GM Kingpin. That's the one that we're always raving about.
Yeah, very strong axle. And then the 14-bolt full floater.
And how easy is it to convert that 14-bolt full float dually into a single?
You know, I would probably just find a single rear wheel.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave this truck a dually for the time being, and then we're gonna probably build something. It's gonna be a couple different phases in its life, but we're gonna get it running. So 6.2 turbo 400 NP 205 1-ton running gear.
Just to give people an idea of why. So this truck was purchased for, let's just say, around $5,000, and everything that Duke just listed off in this truck adds up to more than that.
You're looking at $2,000 for a Dana 60 in fair condition, if not
more than that.
And then you're looking at 14-bolt. You know, these are just prices that you can find junkyard or wherever, but not built. We're talking just like stuff you can find.
Raw, like a Dana 60 that's been rotting in a cornfield for 30 years is going to be $2,000.
$1,000 for the rear end. You're looking at $1,000 for the transfer case. You know, $2,000 for a turbo 400. That already exists.
Drive shafts.
That's not the frame, truck, VIN, title, registration, everything. So
yeah,
these are hard to get, and this one is it's gonna have a new home.
I mean, and the beautiful thing about the Southwest, all you East Coasters are gonna hate me right now, but
zero rust, man.
I mean, did this thing, like, look at this. I mean,
there is like
zero
rust.
I'm guessing that this thing spent its life on dirt roads.
Yeah.
I think it was a farm truck.
Inside, it definitely shows as a farm truck. It's got hay and shit, so.
Yeah, low mileage though.
Hey, those are expensive.
And but look, I mean, when you start scraping away the years of grime, which, let's be honest, this was a diesel, so it was probably fairly oily under here, and it's just soaked up dirt road for the last 30 years. So hydro boost too. I mean, this is, man, yeah, you
hydro boost, everything.
The reason I wanted to do this video is for those of you out there who want to start a project. And I get a lot of people hitting me up, and they're always blown away by what the price of an axle is or a frame is. And a lot of the time that's because I've gone out and done the hard work. I mean, this took me a day to go and get it, and I almost died. And I mean, that's not your fault or anyone's fault, but my own fault. But the fact of the matter is, it's work to find these things. But when you do find them, they're gems. This is what you need to build a killer rock crawler, mud truck, overlander, tow rig, hunting rig.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to do work can be built off of this. And if you go buy a Blazer, you can transfer all of this, axles, engine, 205, straight into the Blazer. So they're worth their weight in gold, and there's tons of them out there. I mean, I've got 2 or 3 in the yard right now. So they're not that scarce. Just go do some hard work and be willing to drive. I mean, you gotta be willing to drive and do the work to get them.
100%.
So that's what I did for Duke. I did all the hard work. And dude, I almost lost fingers. We'll get into that story here in a minute. Or maybe I've already told you in the video. I can't remember how I'm gonna edit this one yet, but.
Well, there's no bad words yet.
You said the S word once. Yeah, I know.
Oh, my bad.
You said it again.
Right.
Oh!
What?
No way. Hey, she's a screamer, Clark. She's a screamer. Dude, I can't fucking believe it. She's a screamer. What do you think about them apples?
Fucking love it.
The price just went up, huh, sir?
Heck yeah, it's now a running, driving, licensed truck.
No way.
Look at this, 50 pound low pressure.
It looks like your tank's too full, sir.
Yeah, she's a little over full. Fucking yeah, it's amazing. Look at this, dude. Look at this oil pressure.
Batteries are brand new.
Yep. What?
I tried to pour some of this on it to see if the squeal would stop, and the fan blew it all over the engine.
No diesel.
Okay, let her rip. I think you got a loose belt or lots of loose belts.
Like 5 loose belts.
Heck yeah, dude. Oh, they fixed themselves.
Yeah, I kind of drove it for a little bit. It fixed itself.
Okay, so this trip was not without drama, as I almost died. Like, literally, it was completely my own fault, but it's a funny story, so I gotta tell you guys. So the night before, took the trailer home, went through everything, made sure all the tires were pressurized. I had a jack, I had multiple spares, I had tools, I had air, I had fluids, I had fuel, everything I needed. So roll down to the place where I'm picking up the truck. We get up on the trailer, we're about to head out. I'm feeling like things have gone pretty well. Rolled up on the trailer, great. Tied down, let's go. And dude I bought it from was like, hey, one of your tires is flat. And I rolled back and checked it out, and yeah, this particular tire was just flat. I'm like, crap, let's grab the compressor and see if we can just put some air in it. Did that, found it's got a hole. It's actually got a big hole right here. Still not worried about it because you know what, I'm prepared. So pull the jack out, jack up the tire, get the impact gun, start zipping off all the nuts, and one of the studs strips in the backing plate. So the backing plate of the hub that the lugs go into, or the studs go into, or lugs, whatever, it had spun. And so I was not able to get the nut off, which means I couldn't get the tire off. So I thought, I can fix this. And keep in mind, it's like 148 degrees outside, and my patience is wearing thin, and I'm running out of energy. So we jack it up. I figure, okay, if I can trap this stud between the wheel and put some like stress on it, maybe I can pop it off with the impact gun. So truck's up in the air. It's got the truck on it. Trailer's up in the air with the truck on it. Tires up in the air. I grab the tire. I rotate it around. I pull the tire out like so. Put my hand under it and pull the tire out. And I reach and I let the jack down so that it would go onto the tire, put some load on this stud, and I could pop it off. But I didn't move my hand. It's ridiculous. So my hand is now stuck under the tire, like really stuck. Like I put it down and I was like, oh no. Oh oh no, my hand is really, I couldn't pull it out, and I couldn't reach the jack. So I'm out in the middle of the desert with my hand stuck under a trailer, no one else around me because the dude I bought the truck from had gone back to his shop to get some tools. And I'm sitting there going, dude, my fingers are killing me because they're getting squashed. I can't reach the jack handle. I have to like walk my foot out so I can reach the jack. This is a reenactment right here. And I'm able to like step on the jack handle kinda and slowly raise it up at like a little bit and just freaking pull my hand out. And I mean, the fingernails aren't too bad, but it's healed up. It ripped the pad off my finger. I just wrapped it with a towel and duct tape and got back to work. But yeah, we still couldn't get the spare off. So took it down to a tire shop. They wouldn't touch it. In the end, I said, screw this noise. Let's just stick a bunch of these tire plugs in the sidewall, which didn't hold at all. I mean, the tire's totally dead. So I drove home with only 3 good tires on the trailer. I'm an idiot. It was an adventure. I just thought I'd share that with you guys, that these things don't always go smoothly. In fact, they never go smoothly. They always go sideways. And this trip was no exception. Got it home, story to tell. Learned a lesson about lowering things onto your hands. And I already sold the truck, so win-win. Anyway, one more an award for this guy.
Were you on dirt or asphalt?
I was on dirt, fortunately.
Thank God.
Oh, dude, as soon as I lowered it down, I'm like, if I was on asphalt right now, my hands would be, first of all, they'd be on fire. Second of all, they'd be getting crushed.
Because it was like 107 down there, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, it was so hot. Ugh. So hot. Yeah.
Brutal.
Gnarly day. It just goes to show, no matter how prepared you are, the weak link is usually the one between your ears. Yeah, so I'm really fired up for Duke and this build. This is kind of what he's been looking for a while. I actually had another truck that I sold him, and he sold that one back to me. We just sold that one. That was a K30. It was not a cabin chassis like this was. It was a 1-ton big block K30 that had the axles and no engine or drivetrain. So we just sold that one, and I sold him this one. And the plan for this, I mean, it's going to be a bunch of different versions, but I expect that we're going to start with a flatbed conversion and some sort of hydraulic jack, like crane on the back. He wants to use this for hunting. He does a lot of deer hunting, so that would be great for that. Throw some 37s on it, some of the MTRs like I've got on Double Down, and just keep it the way it is. 37 springs, flatbed, winch. Turn this into a recovery vehicle, whatever, just big burly bruiser. If you want to see the video on the Burb, when I picked up the Burb, I had a whole adventure. I went to Mike's house where I got this truck from, because he's the one who found the Burb. So he's a massive resource. So shout out to Mike right now. And yeah, so that video is going to be up here. I'm also going to drop down below the link to subscribe. And yeah, killer stuff coming up on this truck. Looking forward to it. Go out and find yours, get busy wrenching, and we'll see you on the trails.